I had the privilege to visit a 4-year-old little boy years ago when I first started volunteering, and to this day, he is the reason why I love this organization. I can't even remember his name, but there are things about this interaction and those 20 minutes that I'll never forget. The first time I saw him when I walked through the door, I'll never forget his little cue ball head peeking out underneath his covers. And he had this shy little silly grin across his face. His wonderful dad got out of the chair and introduced himself and had a similar silly grin. It took about 2 minutes, maybe 3, for this kid to jump out from under his covers, and he's up and down off his bed and climbing over chairs and couches, and I'm trying to keep up with him. And at one point, he's like 2/3 underneath the hospital bed. And if you know hospital beds, it's pretty impressive feat even for a 4-year-old. And as I left, I remember the high five that we shared. The way his hand fit in my palm. It's the kind of high five that you can really only get from like a 4-year-old. It's one that sort of lingers, maybe because they don't know proper high five etiquette, or maybe he's exhausted from running around the room for 20 minutes, or maybe he's just exhausted. I didn't see him again for about a month, maybe a month and a half. And I remember it was the end of my shift, and sort of, you're not focused on your surroundings. You're kind of just heading towards the elevator on cruise control, and turn the corner and instinctively stop because there's people right in front of me. And there he is, his, unmistakable cue ball of a head, and his dad right next to him, and they're walking away from me. But I notice he's walking, a little bit slower. He's kind of hopping a little bit. And I notice that he's using a walker to support himself. And as I look down, he's got this brand new prosthetic leg. And here's his dad. He's counting his steps. Like 35, 36. I can't get it out of my head. I think of this organization. I think of our hospital magicians, the board of directors, the professional board, the charity team, all the supporters and the people involved, and this entire community that makes Bedside Magic work. All I can think about is that one little boy. We see over 12,000 kids a year. We reach 30,000 family members and siblings and friends, and I always go back to that little boy and how grateful I am that I got to spend such a small, magical moment with him before his life changed. He's the reason I believe in this organization. He's the reason that I want to do more, that I want to reach more kids and bring new, innovative ways to help kids, face unknown and uncertainty in the hospital room. Because I don't know what it was, it was a decade ago, and it was 20 minutes. Gosh, 3 of them, he was under the hospital bed, and I don't know if it was me reminding him or him reminded me that he was just a kid. He was just a kid who needed a little bit of magic, a little bit of hope, and a little bit of strength. My name's Eric Steigerwald, and I'm a hospital magician.